All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. I am buzzing, even though situation at Chelsea Football Club is not good, but I am buzzing. Hopefully, Todd Boehly and the owners, Iqbali and whatnot, whoever else is involved, hopefully they're on this particular news. Ladies and gentlemen, Luis Enrique is ready to get back to work immediately. He's up, looking for work at the moment. We should be getting on this immediately, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, for me, this guy, he's of that elite nature. He's of that elite level. I personally think so. The 3 years that he spent at Barcelona absolutely destroyed everything there. 2 La Ligas, I think 3 Copa del Reys every single season. The last time Barcelona won a Champions League was during that tenure. And let's not forget, Club World Cup, Super Cup, and all the other, I think all up there was about 9 trophies that he won. He knows what it takes to win trophies. He understands, look, I'm not going to have it just because he had Messi and Neymar and Suarez. No, you still need to learn how to control those egos, how to work with big time players, how to work with talented team. We need a manager that is capable of doing that. Look, Graham Potter, with all due respect, at the end of the day, I think we've now figured it out. He's not of that elite nature. He's definitely not of that elite nature. Something of the caliber of Chelsea is a bit too much for him. Bit too much. We need that charisma back. We need that little something extra. And I think Luis Enrique, let's not forget also in Euros, Spain team, the way they pressed. And we're going to talk about all of this in more detail. I know a lot of people are caught up on, what he did in Spain in the World Cup. Don't get disheartened just on that. Don't just, shelter yourself and have the blinkers on just on that particular World Cup that just went. Think about the broader perspective. Think about what he can do when he can, train a particular team on a regular basis like he did with Barcelona. Look, yes, he had the talent there, but you still need a top-notch coach to be able to clean everything up. It's not all about just having the talent. We've got the talent at Chelsea Football Club, wouldn't you say? I think we have a superb group of talented players, but we don't have that particular, manager. Some people are saying Hansi Flick is clear. Look, I wouldn't mind Hansi Flick either, but right now, Enrique is available for a job. He is there. He's looking for a job immediately to get back to work. If Hansi Flick, if there was some if there was some articles out there, if there's some tweets out there that would say Hansi Flick is also open for a job, then no problems, go get him. But right now, that's not the case. We're not seeing that. I can't just materialize a particular news out of thin air. I'm only going by what is there right now. And right now, Enrique is available. We're going to get into a lot more of these details very soon. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys are joining in. 130 plus already live right now after 3.5 minutes. First of all, smash the like button. Let's get those likes up to 100 plus immediately. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. I want to try and get as many comments as possible from you guys to make this stream as entertaining, as interesting as possible, because it's dire times. It is dire times. Graham Potter, I was just about to say Harry Potter. Graham Potter needs to leave, man. I don't understand why we want to keep him for Leeds and Dortmund. I mean, whoop-de-doo if he does win. I hope he wins, man. I am just so desperate for a win. But honestly, I am damn confident that Leeds are going to beat us. I am damn confident because the players have given up hope with Graham Potter. Valen, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Congrats on the new child. Me is still doubt on LE. Thank you so much, my man. Honestly, much appreciated. Look, of course, everyone has doubts on any manager, but look, I personally think Luis Enrique, especially that Barcelona tenure, that 3 years, I think from 2014, 15, 16, 17, he absolutely ruined it. He absolutely demolished it. And the way he played, it was more direct. He was trying to reach out to the wingers more directly and quickly. He allowed for players like Neymar and Suarez and Messi to have the ball ball immediately. We need to be able to do that. Yes, we don't have a Neymar, we don't have a Messi, but we still have quality wingers who are not getting deployed and being played properly. Let's get the ball to Mudryk immediately. Let's get the ball to Sterling or Madueke immediately. Let's get the ball to João Felix immediately. Let's attack the opposition defense immediately. If they want to sit back and if they want to just sort of hold a low block and whatnot, let's push up. Let's have a high line. Let's try and press the living daylights of the opposition. Pressing is deep pressing at Chelsea at the moment. We don't press. We don't know how to press. What the other thing that Enrique does really well is the fullbacks. The combination with the fullbacks, with the wingers, is going to be back. Everything we have Reece James. We've got Chilwell. We just need a manager that is going to be capable of getting the best out of this team. This team that we have right now, ladies and gentlemen, at Chelsea is not a bad team. In fact, it's a damn good team. The fact that it's taking so long for this team to click into gears is hilarious. It's hilarious. We should be picking up victories. It hurts. It hurts to see this Chelsea team suffer. I'm pretty sure you guys will all agree on that. Every week we go in with the attitude that we're not going to win. I can't believe this is Chelsea Football Club. Look at everyone else bossing. Man United, Erik ten Hag bossing. Erik ten Hag beats Barcelona, beats Newcastle, beats West Ham. I'm hating it. I'm absolutely hating it. We should be the team that needs to be up there, but we're not. And it's sad. Todd Boehly, you've made a mistake. That's okay. We all make mistakes. But time to rectify that mistake. Himanshu, thank you so much for the super chat. Enrique ain't it, Miz. He's a Twitch streamer. Look, I don't mind. I don't mind a particular manager being a Twitch streamer and connecting with fans. Do you know what I mean? Look, I think his tactics, given a good, solid club to manage, I think he can do damage. I really do think Enrique can do damage. He's got the character, he's got the personality, he's got the charisma, and he's got the know-how. God damn it, him as a player as well. If you guys, I actually watched Luis Enrique. I don't know how many of you guys have actually watched him play. I watched him play early 2000s till about 2004. I think he played up until. I watched him play for Barcelona. He was damn good. A superb striker. Hopefully he can bring that quality to our strikers. Do you know what I mean? As a player, he comes from the school of Barcelona. He knows what it takes to be a well-drilled team. He'll bring back the structure. We don't have a structure. He'll bring back philosophy. We don't have an ideology. Do you know what I mean? He's a tactician. Let's just make do with, let's part ways with Graham Potter. It is what it is. It's happened. We've given it enough time. At least one thing with Graham Potter we can say, do you know what? We've given you enough time. We have. Because under Roman, you would have been sacked 5 times. 5 times over. So you've had all your lives at Chelsea Football Club. Time to react now. Falan, thanks so much for the super chat. Main concern is we need a manager that is top when it comes to game tactics. Tuchel and Erik ten Hag are examples. Enrique does remind me of Conte Root. Look, Enrique is a top tactician. People keep thinking about, what did he do in the World Cup that just went? No. Think about the other moments as well. I'm not saying, okay, disregard the World Cup, but international teams, national teams, they don't get to come and get to work things out with the manager often enough. It's the odd breaks that you get here and there, and then you come together and you try and conjure up whatever you can. But don't forget, if you're going to look at the World Cup, then don't forget Euros. The last Euros. They were moments away from beating Italy as well. That Spanish team probably didn't look as good on paper, but they pressed the living daylights out of their opposition, man. They worked hard. They won the ball up front. Look at the Barcelona team. The 3 years he was there, from 2014 to about 2017, they pressed high up. They defended as a unit. They kept their 3 men up front and they defended as a unit. And then, they were always looking for direct outlet. We are not direct enough. We need to look at direct outlets and go at the opposition, counter them with pace. We've got pace. Uncle Shama is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want some Inter Milan news, please go and subscribe to Uncle Shama. He's very, very close to 5K. Get him to 5K. And if you want some Inter Milan news, as I said, and as you know, Lukaku's there, so you definitely would like to hear some Inter Milan news. You know where to get the latest. That's from Uncle Shama. Enrique is a ideologue. He will bring his strong ideas and tactics concept. He won't waver. And I like that. A lot of people are like, do you know what, Miz? I don't want him because he's all about plan A. He doesn't have a plan B. God damn it, we don't even have a plan A now. We don't. I rather a particular manager that fine-tunes the plan A, the living daylights of a plan A, as opposed to keep wavering to plan Bs and Cs and Ds and whatnot. Elite managers like your Klopps and your Peps, yes, eventually enough, they refurbish, they make their plans change, but initially, they have a plan A and they try and master that plan A. You must, as they say in, Big Six, you must first master plan A before you can even think about wavering to plan B and C and D and whatnot. People forget. You have to master plan A first. And once you've done that, then you can start thinking about plan B and C and whatnot. Let's see what else you guys are saying. They didn't press that much because of the front 3. Yeah, might have been for the World Cup. You're talking about Barca. Look at that Barca team. They played high line, man. That Barca team, they suffocated you. Absolutely suffocated, unless you're talking about Spain. Those who are saying Mourinho, they should never call himself CFC fan. Mourinho tactics too. Oh, look. Manas, I wouldn't say, just because people that want Mourinho. I'm one of those ones that wouldn't mind Mourinho one bit. Mourinho, yes, his footballing ways are probably past it, but with this lot that we have, Mourinho would cook. Mourinho would demand some level of authority. We don't have authority. We have Graham Potter going on and saying post-match, pre-match, the lads gave everything. We have a particular manager where the players, after losing to Southampton, were scared that the manager was going to get at them, but the manager didn't. So the players are like, whoa, any other manager would have smashed us, but this guy didn't. It's too all easy now. It's all too easy at the moment in the dressing room. It's all too nice. It's all too tippy-toey, No, we've got to man up. We've got to bring that hunger back in. We've got to be that mongrel. Do you know what I mean? That angry nature. We're too fragile now, man. We're too vulnerable. We've got to snap out. We've got to bring that attitude back, man. And I believe someone like Mourinho, he definitely would. But look, not my first preference. Of course, not my first preference. But I don't think people should go out there and say, if you want Mourinho back, then you're not a fan. I think that's a bit crazy. I think Mourinho would bring back a lot of charisma back, and you would see we would be winning. We would be winning. I'm not, we wouldn't have these 2 out of 16. But would it collapse eventually? Yes, it would. Yes, it would. It would collapse unbelievably, phenomenally. It would collapse. So we know Mourinho 3rd season. Who knows? Has he improved? Has he gotten better in that? I don't know. Right now, he's doing well at Roma. So let it be. And very good to see you. Big up, bro. Enrique is a good manager, but I do feel Todd Boehly might have those communication and difference in opinion issues that sort of had with Tuchel. What do you think? I agree. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this video very, very soon. In fact, I'll probably do this next up. Todd Boehly and Eghbali. I don't know too much about Eghbali, to be honest. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I'm not really sure. But Todd Boehly comes across a particular manager. Comes across a particular owner who wants a yes man. It does seem like that. He doesn't want a particular manager that's going to challenge him. This is why one of the theories that's floating around, why he's kept Graham Potter for as long as he has is because Graham Potter's never going to challenge him on anything. You see the way Graham Potter talks in the press conference. I've spoken to the owners 3 times this week. I'm always in conversation. They understand. The owners have slammed him with all these players. Any other manager probably would have said, you know what, calm down. We don't need all of these players at once. Let's work on getting some of these players out, and then eventually look. As a fan, I love it. I love we've been able to bring all these players, but we should have at least got rid of minimum 3 to 4 players on top of Jorginho. And maybe Jorginho wasn't even the right one to get rid of now. Maybe in the summer, we could have let him go on a free. Right now, probably wasn't even the right one to let go of. There should have been many other players that should have gone before Jorginho. But nonetheless, we got some money out of Jorginho, which is fantastic. But Graham Potter seems like a yes guy. Whatever Todd Boehly does, Todd Boehly wants this player, you're getting it. The team's getting it. Potter's not going to say anything. This is somewhat, I feel like Todd Boehly is operating in that manner. Just need a puppet. That's it. Someone who just shuts his mouth and will listen to all our instructions. That's not going to work for Chelsea Football Club. Because the players can see that. Players will literally lose all respect. I've got no doubt a lot of the players have lost all respect for Graham Potter. Maybe there are some that like him, but they know we're not going to win anything with Graham Potter. Because he's got no personality. He's not going to stand up to the owners. Do you know what I mean? That's just my thought. And maybe this could be a reason why probably someone like Enrique might not be fancied at Chelsea Football Club. But then again, right now, the owners are taking a back seat, hopefully, and allowing for the board, in the likes of Vivell, in the likes of Paul Winstanley, in the likes of, Lawrence Stewart and all those people. Hopefully, they're allowing them to run be in charge. And obviously, Todd Boehly just, basically does the final signature, final signing. And I hope Todd Boehly is not really acting like a sporting director anymore. So these owners need to act like owners and let the footballing matters be run by footballing people. That's what I'm trying to say. Shakti, thank you so much for the super chat. Spain, beautiful, smart football by young team. Similarly with us, we have a very young team as well. I think Luis Enrique demands and commands authority. Do you know what I mean? Some of these young players will look up to Luis Enrique and go, do you know what? You're a Champions League winner. You're a La Liga, 2 times La Liga winner. A Club World Cup winner. Super Cup winner. You've had a really good stint with Spain as well in the Euros, going to the semis and was moments away from beating Italy. They will look at him and they'll respect him. And he'll bring back 4-3-3. I'm telling you right now, he'll bring back the classic 4-3-3 and he will do good. Our wingers will start looking better. We'll play more direct. Fullbacks will start looking better. We could potentially, for the time being, we could deploy Zakaria as a deep lying sort of deepest midfielder, as a defensive midfielder. We could have Enzo as an 8, Kovacic as the other 8. It could all start to look good, man. Potentially, João Felix could play up front. With Mudryk on the left, Sterling on the right, maybe Madueke on the right. Or maybe even at times, João Felix on the left, and who knows, maybe Oba up front. Or even Kai Havertz up front. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it, but who knows? Maybe players like Mason Mount could find a new life again. 4-3-3, Mace could play as one of the 8s. Not on a regular basis, but he could definitely play as one of the 8s. Let's see what you guys are saying. Point 44. Oh, stop rambling about 4-3-3. Okay, no problems. I'll stop rambling. Enrique didn't take Cucurella with him at the World Cup. Will Cucu leave the club if he comes in? No, I don't think so. I mean, I think he would prefer Chilwell, but Cucurella is a solid backup, and I'm pretty sure in rotation he could do a good job. And who knows, maybe Enrique could get a lot out of Cucurella now. Just because he didn't take him to the World Cup, that doesn't mean that he's a rubbish player. There's a lot of quality players that's gone around in Spain. CFC Blue, thank you so much for the super chat. Just apologies to Tuchel and bring him back. Apologize to Tuchel and bring him back. That's just never going to happen, man. That's just simply never going to happen. If Enrique comes, he will not allow to offload Ziyech, as he is a fan of Ziyech football style. So some Chelsea fans will not be happy beyond the summer. Look, I don't know exactly which player will be happy, which player will not be happy, this, that, the other. But Enrique is a particular manager that will know what is required. What is required to play his style, what is required to carry out his structure, what is required to embed his philosophy. And I think we should just appreciate that if it ever happens. Who stays or Ziyech all of a sudden might get, the favor. He might be favored against others, and some parts of the fan base might get angry about that. Well, whoop-de-doo. We just need to calm down and let's see what the manager has to, offer. If he can get the best out of Ziyech, why not? At the end of the day, what do we care? Do we care about Ziyech or do we care about Chelsea? So we need to think that way. Even with Mason Mount, if someone like Enrique comes in and gets the best out of Mason Mount, why not? I'm not going to sit here and say, do you know what? Mace is like, that's it. Like, obviously right now, in emotions, we've said that, get rid of him. But if a manager can come in and actually get the best out of some of these players, why not? Right now, under Graham Potter, no one is looking good. No one. Some people are still saying Flick. Look, Flick, I wouldn't mind him one bit as well. I loved him at Bayern Munich. Absolutely loved him. But the news isn't about Flick. If there was news about Flick that he's open for work and he wants to get back into work immediately, no problems. There's no rumors, there's no talk, there's no articles, there's nothing. Flick's in Germany, and that's how it is. Unless we actually see Flick is ready to leave Germany and get back into club football, I can sit here and talk about Flick all day long. But right now, there is talk. I'm going to bring this up. And it comes from here. Smash up the like button, guys. We've got over 300 people live right now. Smash up the like button. Mohammed saying, true Miz. Shubra, good to see you, my man. Oba1 is in the house. Is he a long-term fit? He left Barca early. I would take him, though. Look, Oba1, I don't understand the fascination of long-term fit. Let's get a manager that can bring us success. I think that's how we should look at it, success. And then that will dictate how long a manager stays. I don't just necessarily want a manager for 6, 7, 8, 9 years just for the sake of it. Just for the sake of it. No. If they continue producing well and if they continue getting trophies on a regular basis, then stay as long as you want. No one's going to complain. Do you think Liverpool will just keep Klopp if he wasn't winning stuff? Last season, they won the domestic stuff. Season before, I think they won a few other stuff as well. Like, Klopp wouldn't be staying at Liverpool if he wasn't winning. You don't just keep... And this is the thing. This is the mentality. I don't know why we've fallen into this trap that we just need a manager for a long term. No, we need a manager that is going to bring success, in a prolonged period. Success, not just for the sake of staying here long term. If that's the case, you might as well just keep Graham Potter. If you want someone long term, we've got Graham Potter for 5 years. You might as well just keep him. We need success, man. That's what we need to think about. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is the news. What I can say for sure is that Luis Enrique wants to return as soon as possible after the World Cup, and he'd love to be back at work in the next months. He doesn't want to stop. This is from Fabrizio Romano via Court Offside. So this is, proper information. Luis Enrique is a top coach, and it's normal to see his name around for many jobs. At the moment, he's not in conversation with any club yet. We got to move. We got to move on this. We have to absolutely move into this immediately. Get rid of Graham Potter. I don't see any reason why we want to see what he can do against Leeds and Dortmund. I don't know what that will prove us. And I'm to be honest, I think the players are going to down tools against Leeds. Don't be surprised if you lose against Leeds. Honestly, don't be surprised. And that will be the final nail on the coffin for Graham Potter. It's crazy how our owners, and right now it's the owners' fault. Right now it's the owner's fault. To sit there and witness this calamity take place right in front of millions of people, and they're just not doing anything. 2 out of 16, that's mad. That's not Chelsea Football Club. We can't even think about a win anymore. We rock up to games just to participate. We don't even score goals. We can't keep clean sheets. We don't score goals. Shambles. Flick is employed and committed to Germany. Luis Enrique is unemployed. Also, we have to cancel Flick's contract and Potter's contract and then sign Flick, unnecessarily wasting money. Oh, that's a point as well. But the thing is, there's no news on Flick at the moment saying that he wants to leave the Germany post. Do you know what I mean? So we can sit here and ask for him. And I like Flick a lot, but I need to see some proper information out there saying that he wants to leave Germany. Why do these owners want elite players but not an elite coach? I miss TT. I think they want a yes man. They just want someone who's just going to listen to them. We are losing to Leeds. I'm honestly, I'd rather be confident that we're going to win, but this time I'm actually confident that we're going to lose, because I just get the feeling these players will down tools. They want to make sure that this manager is sacked. They're probably surprised that he's not sacked as yet. Beat Leeds and Dortmund, still Potter out. Yeah, look, even if Potter beats Leeds and Dortmund, I'm not going to just change my tune and be like, do you know what? Oh, Potter in. No, I want to see the rest of the season and see exactly what he does. So right now, Potter's shown me no character. He's shown me no game plan. His in-game management sucks. He doesn't have any impact. Second half, oh my God. Whatever energy or sort of game plan that we see in the first probably 25 minutes or so, it quickly disappears, and then second half comes in and everything just gets decimated. A big plus with Luis Enrique, is that he has managed biggest of egos. Exactly. Neymar, Suarez, Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, Alves, Alba. Like, he's managed some big time players, man. He's managed some big time players. He'll know how to manage these superstars or in the making. My first preference is Flick, but I will take Luis Enrique 100%. Brings a structure and progress. Absolutely agreed. Absolutely agreed. Sutton lost to Grimsby now. We are that bad. Southampton, I think they've not won anything in recent times besides Chelsea. Southampton's done the double on us. Okay, the first one's not on Graham Potter, but still, with the level of team that we have, there's no way Southampton should have won. At Stamford Bridge. At Stamford Bridge. And it not just Southampton won. Like, a lot of people might think, do you know what? Maybe they just snuck in a victory. They just got away with it. We peppered them. No. Southampton probably could have scored 2 or 3. Southampton dominated that first half. And then in the second half, it was chaos. It's mad. It's actually mad. Josh, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. I wonder what Tuchel is thinking about Potter. Tell you right now, he's not thinking much about him. He's probably thinking what a mistake that Todd Boehly and the new owners have done. By signing Potter, we suffer because he's not ready for a Chelsea-level club, but give an advantage to the likes of Spurs, United, and Newcastle take that UCL spot, as Brighton couldn't keep top 4. Exactly, man. I mean, look, yeah, I saw a clip someone shared to me on Twitter. It was Rants. And it was a show with Rants and Lee Gunner. And Rants actually made a very good point, which we probably don't think, oh, maybe we have thought about it. We just haven't, voiced that out as often as we probably should be. Rand said, at Brighton, when you lose, at times it's expected. Like, there's no pressure. At Brighton, when you lose, it's somewhat okay. We understand. The expectation is for you to maybe survive first, and then if you can do anything better than that and come mid-table, kudos, good job. So when you lose, it's not a big deal. When you win, thumbs up, credit, praise. So it's a different culture. Here at Chelsea, when you win, okay, whoop-de-doo. Chelsea Football Club, we should be winning. Here at Chelsea, when you lose, you are going to be under the spotlight, especially when you start losing 2 or 3 in a row. Especially when you lose at Chelsea Football Club 3 in a row, they're after you. The media is after you. The players are thinking differently about you. Thomas Tuchel recently said in his podcast when he was in India, you can have small blips at a club like Chelsea, small blips. Because if you want to trust the process, you want to trust the project, you can have small blips. But when it's a prolonged blip, no one's going to trust you anymore. No one's going to trust. So at Chelsea, you can't have that. Whereas in Brighton, you can have your 4, 5, 6, 7 losses in a row. Who cares? As long as you just survive. And then when you get a victory at Brighton, it's praised. Here at Chelsea, victory is a normal thing. You should be winning. You don't get praised for victory. It's a normal part and parcel of the job. Okay, if you win in some of, cup finals or a big match, do you know what I mean, blockbuster match, okay, different story. But beating, say, someone like Southampton or beating someone like Leeds, you don't get praised for that. At Brighton, you get praised. And I think this is what I really like from Rants, that maybe we just got so hyped up about what Potter did at Brighton. We are forgetting that, look, at the end of the day, the best he finished with Brighton was, I believe 10th or 9th, something like that. Do you know what I mean? So it was an interesting take. Alhambra, thank you so much for the super chat. And wingers initiate press. Exactly. Well done, Alhambra. Play dictated from base of midfield and makes pitch wide. We have the players for him. Exactly. And the switch of players as well. Like, it'll be direct. Our midfielders will look for the wingers immediately so the wingers can go 1v1 against the opposition. Enrique will get the best out of our fullbacks, and combining them with our wingers, he'll know exactly how to overload one side or the other side. And then he'll utilize the switch so we can get our wingers to go 1v1. We have the players for him. We have the players that can press from the front, have a high line. We can do the damage. For the time being, let's use Zakaria as a defensive midfielder. Use Enzo as the 8 along with Kova or Mount. And then in the summer, if Zakaria, if Zakaria works out, then keep him. If he doesn't, then we look for a DM. We could potentially even at times use Enzo. Look at Enzo's defensive stats. It's great. It's better than any other Chelsea player right now. Look at some of Enzo's defensive stats. He's killing it for us. The amount of interceptions, the amount of times he wins the ball. It's crazy. But if you have Enzo as the deepest player, who would be amazing register, don't get me wrong, he will be spreading those balls brilliantly to the wingers, but then you do need 2 8s that are just as capable on the ball. Just as capable. Let's see what else you guys are saying. It's crazy people discredit Luis Enrique because he doesn't have a plan B. Plan B, and Liverpool fans were complaining he doesn't have plan B when they are in bad form recently. Doesn't mean Klopp is rubbish. So plan B, look, do we even have a plan A? Do we even have a plan A? People worried about plan B. Let's master plan A. First of all, let's have a plan A. Secondly, let's master a plan A. And then we can worry about plan B and C and D. And we're worried about plan B when we don't even have a plan A. Right now, we don't have a plan. We just rock up, get our ass whooped, and then we go home. We come to the ground, we tell the opposition, whip us good. So then we can just walk home. And we're worried about plan B. Come on, man. Valan, thank you so much for the super chat. If we get Enrique, Zubimendi is one. Oh, do you know what? Valan, a couple of these super chats that are banging super chats. Thank you so much. I've been watching Zubimendi recently. I've watched a couple of Real Sociedad matches. This brother is damn good, But I think he's going to Barcelona. I think Zubimendi is going to Barcelona. This guy alongside Enzo, Zubimendi is a damn good player, man. He's a damn good player. I watched recently Real Sociedad versus Real Madrid maybe a month ago. He was so good. So good. Absolutely liked it. That's a good shout, by the way, Valan. Valan, once again, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm not going to lie, you kind of convinced me. Look, I'm not here to convince anyone. I'm just here to say, look, he's available. You can still have your opinion. Top pitch, look, each and every one of you guys, I completely respect your opinion. I completely respect if you don't want Luis Enrique. I'm not coming here and stating that Luis Enrique, he's going to, absolutely kill it for Chelsea. There's always risk and whatnot. But right now, I feel like, in my opinion, he's available. He's an elite level manager. He's a manager that has won stuff, big stuff. He's managed in national level as well. He's managed egos. He has a structure. He has a plan. He has a philosophy. He comes from the school of Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no joke. He was an elite level footballer as well as a striker. The rest is up to you guys. I personally think he's available. Let's not continue anymore with Graham Potter. Bite the bullet and let's move on with it. And these owners, stop, man. You made a mistake. It's okay. We all make mistakes. But it's about rectifying the mistake. Do you know what I mean? What's even worse is when you know you've made a mistake, but you're still carrying it on because you're egotistic. Because I don't want to show others that I made a mistake. Now I'm just going to carry on with the mistake. That's foolish. That's when you know you're an absolute fool. You made a big mistake, huge mistake. Okay, now rectify it. Don't make the mistake with Enrique. Don't go around giving him a 5-year, 6-year contract. Start him with a modest 2-year contract with a 1-year extension. See how it goes. See if he can bring success. Do you know what I mean? T1, thank you so much for the super chat. It's easier to abandon the plan than persevere through hardship. I'm frustrated after each game, but I remind myself it's a process. I still believe in Potter. Look, and I'm absolutely okay, T1, that you believe in Potter. That's fine. That's fine. But look, he has to start winning. If you believe in Potter, he has to get us a win against Leeds and then Dortmund and then go on a run. He has to. I'm sorry. I get it. It's a process. I get it. It's a project. I get we need to be patient. But God damn it, we have been patient. We have been patient. It's not like we're not patient. And no one's asked for 100% win rate. God damn it, get us 40% win rate. Graham Potter has a 27 or 29% win rate. Come on, T1. You must admit that that's not good enough even in a project. 2 out of 16, man. Come on. Even in adversity, you've got to find a way to make things happen for you. Now you don't have Thiago Silva. What are you going to do? More excuses. Do you know what I mean? It's never going to be perfect. There's going to be adversities. It's never going to be perfect. It's never, ever going to be perfect. It's not owner's ego, Miz. It's not easy to swallow 100 million loss on top of everything they already spent. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Just continue on. Just continue on. We're going to wrap things up very, very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Smash up the like button before you go. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe. I'm going to take a couple of more comments and we'll wrap things up. What do you think about his players' selection in World Cup? Because he left Ramos, Alcantara, and others. I think, look, I don't know too much about the Spanish news as to why he did that. Ramos, probably, the aging side of things. Thiago Alcantara, injury at that time. But still, I mean, look, this particular World Cup obviously wasn't the greatest World Cup for him, but there's been other moments where he's done well. I still remember when he smashed Germany 6-0 a couple of years ago. Euros, he did so well. That team in Euros, that Spanish team in Euros shouldn't have gone as far as they did. And he got them to the semis. Probably should have even deserved the final. Italy were just a tad better. I think they won in penalties at the end. This World Cup, even then, they moved into the second round. Do you know what I mean? Not scintillating, but they still moved into the second round, right? So, look, I'm not going to judge just based on national team selection. I think you got to look at that Barcelona period. Do you know what I mean? And I think he could do really, really well with the amount of talent that we have right now. We need a top-level manager. Do you know what I mean? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll wrap things up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button before you go. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. I shall see you guys later on tonight with another video, unless something amazing drops again, breaking news. Then we'll see another video. Until then, guys, take care and see. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comment section what you think about, Enrique. Till next time. See ya.